Welcome to yet another episode of Success Principles by Successful Principles, a parenting project. My name is Kamalneet Singh. I'm an author, a TEDx speaker, and a mindset coach. I firmly believe that every father is a superman and every mother a superwoman, and conscious parenting is their true superpower. In fact, the goal behind this series is to help parents like you to understand their kids better. Because if you ask any parent, any parent that what do you really want, हर पेरेंट का यही कहना है that I want my kids to be happy, to be successful and good human beings. लेकिन वो बनेंगे कैसे? If it happens on its own, fantastic. But if it doesn't happen on its own, guidance always comes in handy. And the best part is that on this series, there are educators from different parts of the country, from different schools, who come in and share their wisdom so that parents like you can benefit from their immense experience. And this episode today, we have a very, very, very special guest with us today whose experience and wisdom will help you become a better parent. I know you are great parents, but their experience would definitely help you. So, who do we have on the show today? Let me give you a bit insight about our guest on the show today. So, we have with us Miss Nisha Aneja, who is the officiating principal at Goenka Public School, Sector 22, Rohini, New Delhi. An adept educator and keen observer with around 2 decades of experience of enthusiastically engaging with senior school learners, Ms. Nisha Aneja, currently leading as the officiating principal of Goenka Public School, is an alumnus of the prestigious Daulat Ram College of University of Delhi. Her admirable spirit of inquiry has led her to take on diversified and challenging yet deeply invigorating opportunities, having served as the NIE coordinator, a Rotarian, and NSS cadetry member. She's diligently worked for the society for its utmost benefit and upliftment. Her distinguished paradigm of teaching learning extends to preparation of teachers' training modules and model teaching sessions, enriching her expertise in the field of education. Her innovative teaching and management strategies has led her to win various coveted titles such as Best Teacher by Wow, Best Mom from Times of India, Best Coordinator, SOF Olympiads, and Ramanujan Trophy, ensuring the recognition of her notable contribution in the field of education, just to name a few. And above all of this, I have known her for many years now, and she's a fantastic human being and a passionate educator who firmly believes in the holistic development of the students. It is indeed a pleasure for me to have her on the show today. Madam, we welcome you to the show today, and it is indeed a pleasure to have you as a guest.
A very, very good evening, Kamaljeet. It is a pleasure for me indeed to be a part of your esteemed interview session.
The pleasure is all mine, and glad to have you here. Now, since the title is named as Success Principles by Successful Principles, I'm going to dive in directly into the word success, right? So, it really means different things to different people. Success has its own definitions for different people. Uh,
Absolutely.
my curiosity is to know, what is success according to you? What is your definition of success?
See, I completely understand that success is desired by everybody today. And in today's modern era, when everybody is running around to have the materialistic gains in life, success is different for everybody. For me, if you ask, success is having peace. I mean, after you falter, after having a failure, how do you reassemble yourself, get up and be composed to yet fight again? You don't give up easily. Success is having that peace that today is a blissful day. I'm going to do everything with my enthusiasm and utmost energy. That is positive vibe, which a person carries every day. And that is what is success for me, getting a beautiful morning, and every day is a new day with my complete energies reassembled once again. I strive to do my best work, and that is what is success for me.
I totally resonate with that. And in fact, I think the way you explained and what you said about success reminds me of a situation when probably I had come to your school for leading a session, and there was a situation that you were dealing with. And all the parents out there, I can tell you something, that the situation was, the situation was personal and it was a big situation. But the way you handled that situation with that kind of, poise and aplomb, that was really praiseworthy. So I totally get जो आपकी definition है success की, it's coming right from the heart.
Thank you so much, sir. It's just that when you come across the crest and the troughs in your life, you rise up, then you fall down, and how you reassemble and again ready to strike back. How you take your energies in a positive manner, you get to learn from every failure, and you come back striking again with a very positive vibe. And that is what is called success. That you don't give up easily, you don't get disappointed, you don't sulk into that situation where you have lost something. You have that energies and positivity, plus you are ready to conquer the world the next morning. So every day, let's have a very fresh start. That is my motto, and that is what I teach my children also.
Lovely, lovely to hear that. And I'm going to dive into what parents demand. So if you look at all the parents, and as you mentioned, that everybody is looking at to be successful, the meaning of the definition could be different. But what does it really take for kids to be successful today in the real world? What does it take?
I tell you, today's generation, which whether we call them Gen Z or millennials, today's present generation is far more smart than what we used to be at their age.
True.
If you say today's a normal adolescent child would be able to fiddle with the gadgets much faster than what we can.
True.
And coming with AI, artificial intelligence have given them chatbot and lot many gadgets wherein they can, get the writing work or writing an application. These things are trivial for them these days. Today's generation wants to be successful in not only their careers but also in materialistic world. Somebody wants to have a bigger house, somebody wants to go to a global university and study there, somebody wants to conquer the ramp, or maybe any kind of industrial tycoon he wants to become. They do not have small aspirations, because coming with the globalization, they are open to the world. They have seen what we did not see. अर्लियर व्हाट यूज्ड टू बी, हमारे माँ बाप हमें बोलते थे डॉक्टर बन जाओ, इंजीनियर बन जाओ, और एट द मैक्सिमम लॉयर बन जाओ. But today, if you say a tattoo artist is also making a lot of money, so world is open for them, and they are ready to take up any profession where their zeal takes them. They are not ready to be typed with only few career options.
True.
And there is a plethora of career options available for them. So I feel today's generation is much more smart, and for them, not only materialistic gains, besides materialistic, they want to be recognized, they want to be known. With online business, with online options, they have got a world of activities exposed to them.
Wonderful. I think yes, times have actually changed. Our times and the Gen Z, the kids of today, their way of looking at life, and then it is very, very different. It's very different. I'm glad you answered that. Now, given that they have so many aspirations and there is so much that's going on, and parenting probably has not changed as much as it should have been, maybe. So my question to you is that you have, over the last 2 decades, is a huge experience, and I'm very sure that you have encountered literally thousands of parents. तो कुछ ऐसे non-supportive patterns आपने note किए wherein you saw that these patterns in the parenting journey, they are not very helpful for the kids. Can you put some light on that?
See, you have completely raised this valid question, that sometimes parents are difficult to handle, or maybe for each child, the parents are the epitome of love, unconditional love. And so is with the parents. It's a vice versa thing. Parents For every parent, their child is the best, and they feel they are the apple of the eye. Sometimes they are overprotective. Sometimes they want to give them the best. But irrespective of the fact that I want three things from the parents. Uh, I have always been meeting parents and addressing their adolescent issues also. But over those many years, I have seen three problems basically in all the parents. Number one, they have a lot of expectations from their children. So I would request them not to have those high-ended expectations. I want my child to get 95% or 98%. I want my child to be in the A-lister universities. I mean, they are expecting too much from their children. Probably the child may be interested in music, but the parent want him to take sciences. So, that is one thing that I want the void to be bridged up, that parents should leave the child and let the child explore. Usko apni galti se seekhne do. Let the child explore what he wants to do. थोड़ी देर तक ही father cycle को पकड़ के चलते हैं. After that, the father has to leave the cycle. Let the cyclist fall down, get up again, let the cyclist again strike and again get up. So that is what I was talking, that after failure, let a person gain his energies and get up. That is what is realistic world. Having said that, number two, I would say that be a support system. I'm requesting the parents, I urge them to be the support system for their children. I'm a mother myself, having two grown up kids. I have also lost my temper at times and, nagged them, don't do this, don't go for a quanti party, don't do this. But at the end of the day, if you give your child your own support completely, the child will be coming back to you again and again. He would confide in you, he would share every little detail with you only when you support them. If you nag over a particular issue, if you scold them, if you can give them conditions, don't do this, then the child will start hiding things from you. He'll go into that cocoon where he would make only friends their best part of the life. They will never ever come to you. The third appeal that I want to make from the parents is then give your quality time to your children. I understand in today's time, most of the parents are working, even both the mother and father are working at times in many households. But select a particular hour or half an hour or a meal together wherein you are just talking to them. Give your eyes and ears completely to your children. And when they come and tell you the little things, don't underestimate that. Give that value to that you are hearing. Give your ears to them, and you will see the difference. They will get that bond which is going to take them to miles. And parents are the only ones who are there with the children from the cradle to the grave. All
Very
friends will
powerful.
come and go.
Yeah.
All friends may vanish, but the parents will always be there for the children. And when the child has that faith, when the child has this confidence that my mom and my dad are there with me, तो वो गलती भी करेगा ना, वो फिर भी आके बताएगा. And that is the bond that you want to develop.
Very beautifully put. I think आपने तीनों जो points बताए हैं, they're very powerful. They're spot on, and I think every child craves for that. So let me try and recall. All the parents out there, I think ये वो golden nuggets हैं जो आपको लिखने चाहिए, right? And I think the first one you did say, you spoke about expectations. Have realistic expectations and give them freedom of choice. And I love that example of bicycle, that how you allow them to discover balance even after falling sometimes. And then you spoke about being a support system. All the parents out there, I think this goes well. If a child can come back to you and look at you as a friend and as somebody who they can share everything with, I think the job is done. Madam, I'm glad you really put this out, and this really makes a lot of sense. And then you also spoke about.
If you remember, sorry to disturb you
Yeah,
in
yeah, please go
between,
ahead.
but if you remember, there was a movie called Three Idiots,
Yes, yes,
and all the three boys wanted to do something else, but due to the pressure of the parents, probably they were studying science. There was only one guy who was doing it on his own, and that is what made him successful.
correct.
So I'm sure when the parent understands the
Yeah.
strive of the child, the zeal and the enthusiasm to take up a particular career, the
Correct.
child will never falter because he's going to do that, he's going to pursue that career throughout life.
True.
So let the child explore and settle where both parent and the child have that faith in each other that yes, this is the best for you, and now you can go ahead with this particular choice.
I'm so glad you said this, and all the parents out there, I'm very sure that this rings a bell with you, because eventually आप भी यही चाहते हो कि बच्चा जो है successful हो, खुश रहे. It can happen when there is good synergy on both the sides. Beautiful. And you did speak about quality time, which today uski kami hai, I think. When we get to speak to kids, and there is one thing that they do say, that facilities तो हैं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं टाइम की कमी है. So all the parents out there, I think QT, quality time, is what they really crave for. कुछ बच्चे बोल पाते हैं, कुछ बच्चे शायद वो express नहीं कर पाते, but deep within, they're all seeking your quality time. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
you brought this out. Now, I also want to understand something from you, because आपने बच्चों को pre-COVID देखा, and you also saw them post-COVID. You saw the same set of kids pre and post-COVID. And COVID did bring its own challenges. We cannot deny that, right? So, uh, what's your take? What kind of emotional challenges did you observe that kids have gone through, and what did you observe post COVID about their well-being, about their emotional well-being?
See, I say that COVID was an unexpected, untoward incident that came into our lives. And we were mature enough to at least handle it. But I'm talking about the children who were there suffering in their families. Many children have lost their parents, grandparents, and it was very challenging for them to face it because they were all the time at home. They were not able to go out, they were not able to play, they could not meet their friends, they could not go out for any outings or any aesthetic hill station. I mean, just to break that monotony of that four-sided walls, they could not do anything. Imagine, we used to play on the streets, we used to go to parks, we used to go to museums, and we had light chali gayi, chalo, all friends are outside, playing. That is the emotional bond that we had with our friends. But unfortunately, these days, the children are having their support systems of electricity. They have their gen sets, they have their inverters. But at that time, when every facility was available in house, still nobody wanted to be in the house, you know. And they missed their school, they missed their friends. Or is age mein, when I'm talking about senior students at the age of 14, 15, friends bhagwan hote hain.
Correct.
They are the best species on the earth after their parents.
Correct.
So they could not meet them. So emotional void was definitely there. And at that time, when we were teaching them with the online schools, we also raised our potentials. We also tried to bridge the gap of education with those students. But in any which ways, still the child was not able to go out of their houses. So what I felt was many children became introvert. Many children faced the emotional turmoil in their houses because of losing their parents. I have come across a young girl who lost her mother due to corona. And the day when we rejoined the school, when she came back, I got to know this. I felt like hugging her and giving her that warmth, because I could feel that she could not even meet her mother at the last days in the hospital. So, what she would have gone through, and a young girl of class 11, it is very difficult. I asked her that if she was comfortable, and then there were a lot of counseling sessions that we did with her. The only thing that helped was kindness, compassion. She wanted to change her stream. I immediately changed her stream because there was nobody to look after at home. And when I asked her that if she's comfortable with humanities, then later, the only thing that she used to come to me was just to thank me every now and then. The kind of compassion, kindness, or a little helpful hand that I lent towards her was the most important thing in her life. Scores doesn't matter, subjects doesn't matter. The reality, the real life, and how to face that real life situation was more important for her at that time. So I would again say scholastic is one thing and co-scholastic is another thing. Adding skills to children is as important as any academic scorecard. Report card of numeric numbers is only 50% of the caliber of a person. The remaining 50% is to teach the child the practicalities, the harsh realities, and how to face them with a smile and confidence on your face. That is most important. Then the child will never sulk, the child will never give up. That is most important.
Very powerful, bringing together scholastic and co-scholastic, and having a healthy combination, and learning to deal with challenges of life with a lot of confidence, as you said. I mean, that's very, very crucial now, so that, on building on that, what kind of skills and what kind of mindset should kids develop at an early age, so that it comes in handy for them in years to come? कौन से वो skills होंगे, या कौन से वो कैसा वो mindset होना चाहिए that they should develop at an early age?
The first and the foremost in everybody's life, forget about only a child, is discipline. you know we used to learn this lesson: early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Correct.
Today's generation, if you see on a holiday, they keep sleeping late. That's a big no-no for me. I have raised my children to get up early. To get up early, that's very, very important, to begin the day with a very positive vibe, smiling face and greeting others, elders, praying in the morning. These are the basic things that hum sabne padhi hai. But today's generation is waking up with a mobile. That is not done. So there is a zone in my house, which is a dining table zone. I have put a big kind of a placard there with an LED light that no phone zone. Okay, so
No
that's a
phone
no
zone.
no
I like
phone
the
zone.
sound of it. I like the sound of it. Yeah, no phone
It
zone.
is phonetic. So no phone zone is something that I have put up LED there. So when even my husband, even children are sitting there, we all four are sitting and having a meal together. So we are only talking to each other. No phone. No phone is allowed even if it is buzzing or ringing. So that's one way where we get to have our energies translated and transferred to each other. Same I expect with today's generation. The mantra for success, number one, discipline. Discipline yourself. Number two, meditate or exercise, whichever way you want to keep yourself light and healthy. And third, then go out with that positive vibe that whatever said and done, even if you had a fight with your teacher yesterday or your friend yesterday, forget that next morning. Next morning, you are going out with a very positive vibe, no ego issues there, and then things will be sorted. Even the samne wala will forgive you for whatever wrong deed or wrong communication has taken place a day before.
Thanks.
These three things, I think, can make anybody go positive every day.
I think I'm really happy to hear these, and all the parents out there. I think अगर ये instill कर लिया, so life will be झिंगा लाला, right? ये कर डाला तो life झिंगा लाला, right? That's how it is. So if
Hey,
you
you get up, you tell me, you get up in the morning. Once you get up in the morning, you have your basic breakfast. Okay.
correct.
After that, you go out to work, or maybe you are working from home. So the only thing that affects your mind is how did I had the conversation last day, or
Correct.
maybe what is there in store for me today. So
Correct.
let's move further. Past cannot be changed.
True.
Future is uncertain, and today is the present. So let's enjoy the present, and everybody likes to open and unveil the present. Whenever you get a present or a gift, you
Correct.
feel like unwrapping it very quickly. So
Correct.
let's unwrap every beautiful morning the present that we have and make it the best for us and others as well.
Beautiful and spot on. I received a gift today, and I can share with you that the excitement, the childlike excitement of opening a gift. I think the way you
Yes.
connected, past cannot be changed and future is uncertain. So live in the moment. Beautiful. So if you have to probably share two skills, दो ऐसे skill हो which would be helpful for everybody in today's scenario. I know there could be a huge list, but what would be the top two skills that every child should develop?
The first thing is embrace the realities and come out of your comfort zone. Some people, they are very happy in a particular zone They don't want to change. Even if you change a section of your, if I change a section of a child, the child would not like to go and make new friends. The child would
Very
stick to their
relevant.
companions. So, even if I say anybody, as a matter of fact, from the office, if I change the room of a particular teacher and I would ask them to go and sit in another room, probably the person may not be very happy, keen to it. So this can be narrated as a small incident where a particular frog would be staying in that well only, unless and until you come out of it, unless and until you jump out of it and explore, you will not be able to achieve what you want to. So learning has no limit, and you should be ready for learning every day. Come out of that comfort zone. It will make you a little difficult, but then certainly you will gain something. If I change a child section, certainly the child will have new friends. He has gained having more friends. He already has the earlier stock of friends, but he would make some more. Similarly, when I make any change, I think people are resistant to change. So my first skill to be given to all is ready to be changed, ready for changes, explore, embrace every new opportunity with open arms. First. Second, be adaptable, be accommodating. Don't make a fuss of it. Khana acha nahi tha, ye acha nahi tha. It's the way you perceive things. If you are going to look at the negatives, only that will be shown to you, or that would be visible to you. But if you see that, wow, what an arrangement, at least they try to accommodate all the students together, at least they try to do whatever. So if you look at the positive side of the coin, you would always see green. But if you always try to find out faults, you will never be accommodating. And we used to, हमारी मम्मी हमें क्या सिखाती थी, अगर घिया बने तो घिया खा लो, and if at all you have to make a fuss, भूखे रहो. So the option of having a McD or having a pizza wasn't ever there. So whatever is a single meal has to be enjoyed by everybody. So accommodating, adjusting. ਅਸੀਂ नानी दे घर ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ, सारे बच्चे नीचे बिस्तर लगा के सो रहे हैं. We never raised this question that I did not get this bed, or this is not good for me, this bedsheet is not good. We never had even thought about it. So that is what is required today again. We want to
your examples are super relatable, and reminds me of Ghia Tori Tinde Karele. I think all the fuss.
I am a mother also. I am a mother also,
Exactly.
and have been working from 30 years now almost with the children only. So
Correct.
I have come across, and when I talk with my children one to one, I have those capacity building sessions, or I have knowledge sharing sessions. When we brainstorm our ideas, we mutually exchange, and there is no harm in learning from the current generation.
Correct.
I have no shame in admitting that yes, I learned a lot of things from them also. So that is how we should have that respect for the upcoming generation. If given the right direction, they can never go stray from their path. If mentored by parents and teachers together, they would always be successful.
No, I really admire this quality about you. I remember leading a session for your teachers, and I saw you as a principal sitting there and learning with open mind and participating. I think that really makes a difference. That really makes a difference.
There's no end to learning. We are learning even today, mutually exchanging words and having good thoughts from each other. We are learning every.
Correct. Lovely. So let me dive into the next one. Parenting is a tricky, challenging yet a very fulfilling journey, and we have been speaking about it. Now, if you have to give one strong, powerful message from your probably 3 decades of experience to all the parents out there, what would that message be for them, for all the parents?
Dear all parents, my only and only message for years, out of my personal experiences, that love your children unconditionally. I am very sure every child to their parent is the apple of the eye. अपने जिगर के टुकड़े को इतना love and affection दो that the child is not bound to leave you at any cost. But at the same time, as it is said that excess of everything is bad. So have that thin line to not favor them undue. Don't give undue favors. Don't get exploited by their bargains, which is unreasonable. keep a watch on them, but do not let them doubt you. You know, don't scold them, don't nag them for little things, don't thrust upon them your choices, don't impose them their, I mean, careers which you have chosen for them. Let the butterfly take a good flight on its own wings. Give strength to them. Give them that strength to the wings so that they can explore the world. And they should have that confidence that you are supporting them, you are backing them. And I'm sure your blessings will make them successful each day. They'll rise and shine brighter with you.
That's such a beautiful message for all the parents out there. Love them unconditionally, but uh, ensure that you're not exploited. And I'll probably use this platform to also say to all the parents out there, you heard Madam talking about uh, it's important to be uncomfortable. They just can't be in their comfortable zones. And
Yes,
Madam,
complete.
you spoke about section change. So all the parents out there, don't go to the school, don't demand a change in section, because let them be uncomfortable, because that's how life is going to treat them, overall. Now, I want to ask you this thing. I should have asked you earlier, but I'm taking this opportunity to ask you now. You're very passionate, and one thing that really stands out about you is that you're very positive. You carry a
Mm.
very positive aura, and you have seen success. You started your journey, and then today you had a very prestigious school. Uh, what has been, so two things? One, that were you always so positive, or you worked hard towards being one? That's my one question to you. My second to you is that what has been your mantra for success? Maybe one, two of them, if you can share.
Uh, See, honestly, in the initial stages, nobody is that calm and reposed and compassionate as I am today. Initially, of course, I also had my highs and lows. I started my journey as a teacher of a maths subject for classes 6 to 8, and gradually experiencing one duty, another duty, third duty, and examination in charge. Then there was CC, and I was working with CBSE, then CBSE examination in charge, then as an invigilator, then as examiner and CBSE inspector, etc. I mean, crossing all those rules, I have learned one thing in life, that do not underestimate anybody. That's the first thing, because I don't like anybody underestimating me. So I reciprocate the same. I feel everybody has got the spark. Everybody is good for something. It's just that you explore that talent in the samne wala, that what is he capable of. And different flowers make one bouquet. So when I have different variety of teachers with me, I would sense that this particular person is good at informal relationships, or this particular person has a good PR, or this person is very good speaker, or this person is good in digital work. So that team building is what I have learned and has made me come to this particular position. I have worked with people in such a jolly and witty environment, and given them that place, given them that acknowledgement of their work, giving them that regard and respect for the contribution done by them. And that has made me a family kind of an atmosphere with my staff. So when those teachers come to me, they come to me with that, with the same positive zeal and energy. They know that I'll understand them. Probably even if they want to take a leave, they know that they can bank on me, they can come to me and speak their heart to me. And that team building is required everywhere. Every office, every corporate, every school should have that. Once you work as a family, you understand, you give that regard and respect. I give that respect to even each helper of my school. No organization can work without helpers. So
True.
once we acknowledge them and give them a little pat on their back, because of you we could make a function successful, they feel so good, they feel so elated. You don't
I mean, that's
require every
that's a
time,
beautiful answer, I think. Yeah.
I mean, you don't every time require a monetary appreciation.
True.
A little smile and a little thank you and a gratefulness is only thing that is required. A deep gratitude expressed to every team member is what is required to come to a big institution and to lead the organization. Teamwork is required. Gratitude is required.
Fantastic. I think you have had a massive journey, and really happy to hear how you really look at things, and you have brought different flowers to create a beautiful bouquet that's
Yeah.
titled today as GD Goenka under your supreme leadership. So glad to hear that. One message for all the students out there, one message, what would that be?
Introspect inside you, look for your own inner talents. What do you have in store for yourself? Go and explore and conquer the world. Nothing can stop you if you decide पंखों से नहीं हौसलों से उड़ाने होती हैं. Have that confidence in you and make it happen. Nobody can stop you ever. Thank you.
Beautiful. I think I'm going to give you a virtual clap on that. I think that is very well narrated. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing out such amazing answers, very realistic, very practical, and all straight from the heart. And
Thank you so much.
it's really a pleasure, and looking forward to many, many.
The feelings are extremely mutual. I'm completely honored and thankful to Mr. Singh, who's given me this wonderful opportunity to express my own personal views on such a massive platform. Thank you very much. Thanks a ton.
Thank you so much, and I'm very thankful to all the parents out there who are watching this. And remember that whatever nuggets that you have taken from today, if you go out and implement them, you will see a huge difference. And the goal of this series is to make parenting a beautiful journey. Until next time, looking forward to many, many more conversations, and wishing you all parents a beautiful parenting journey. Madam, once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks. Thank you.